I became a top 1% sales rep this year after closing 6 million in sales. The crazy part, it was all through social DM sales. Zero sales calls. So today I'll walk you through the exact process I used to close over 6 million in sales without a single sales call, only through DMs. I'll show you how we got the leads, the script that I used to turn them into paying clients, and if you stick through the end, I'll show you a live breakdown of one of these sales conversations. So let's dig into it. First, how do you find the leads? I want you to think in 3 different levels. We're gonna use a spear, then a net, then we're going to flirt. So when we're looking to capture leads, we have 3 specific goals. Goal number 1 is to get the right people to raise their hand and have a conversation with us. Number 2 is to make it super easy for them to answer. And our 3rd goal is then to enter a sales conversation so we can start qualifying them. So first, we're going to start throwing spears. And what spear is, it's a short, personalized, expecting a reply message. And when it comes to spears, we're going to use them in old conversations we already have. This can be an email database, prospects we already spoke to in social media, or any other channel like text, WhatsApp, or any other social messaging app. This can also be your current pipeline. People who said no, people stuck in think about it mode, people in your existing audience, people who canceled the call in the past, or people who never showed up. I want you to send them this exact message. Hi Chris, are you still looking to get to outcome? For example, if you're selling sales coaching. Hi Chris, are you still looking to close more sales? Or hi Chris, are you still dealing with objections? Or hi Chris, are you still looking to increase your commissions? I'm not looking to sell them in this message. All I'm looking for is them to raise their hand and say, yes, I still want that. Then another way to get leads is by throwing nets. So who do we throw nets to? First, I'm going to use any channel that I have connections or followers. So this can be Facebook, posts, reels, or stories. It can be Instagram, same thing, feed, stories, reels. It can be LinkedIn, it can be an email broadcast. You can also use SMS list or any other group or communities that you own. So how do you exactly throw a net? I'm gonna give you one of many examples that I use, but the basic template is, here's what's happening, here's what's good about it and the benefits of it, and then you ask, would you like to join us? For example, I'm putting together 5 sales professionals who want to double their commissions in the next 90 days without working more hours. Would you like to join us? What I want you to note here is I position it as an invitation versus a promotion. So I'm letting them know that this is something that's already going to happen regardless if you join us or not, but we would love to have you. So it comes off as a non-pushy approach to extend an invitation to your followers and allowing them to raise their hand. Then the 3rd way to generate leads is actually flirting with people. And this is where we do actual outreach one-on-one to people. Now there are many different ways you can find these leads, but a few examples are new connections, new group members, new friends, new followers, story views, people who engage with your stories or posts, webinar attendees, engaged or unengaged email subscribers, or into the cold dark market, to people who you don't even know. An example script to use when it comes to new followers is this. Hey Chris, I just saw you followed me, welcome to the community. Are you sticking around for the content or are you looking to grow your sales? I'm essentially walking them down a 2-way street. I want them to disqualify themselves by saying that they're just interested in the videos for now, or allow them to raise their hand by saying, yes, I'm interested in the conversation on how to increase my sales. Now that you have engaged in conversations, how do you actually qualify the leads and lead them down the sales process? We're going to use a value-driven conversation called the doctor frame. See, when you're a doctor, treating patients without a diagnosis is malpractice. I want you to think of your conversations the same way. You're not there to sell, you're not there to coach, you're not there to educate, you're there to understand. So I want you to lead your prospect down to these following phases. First, we're gonna look at their health state. You can ask questions like, what are you currently doing to get more sales? How satisfied are you with the process that you're using? How many leads do you generate now? Or if you're selling a fitness offer, how much do you weigh right now, by the way? Then once you get enough challenges, you're going to move into the next phase, that is the probe pain. You need to go deeper below the surface when it comes to their pain, so you know that we're actually solving the right problem. So you can ask questions like, how long has this been going on for? How's that challenge been impacting you though? How's that impacting the people around you? How will you feel if you're in the same place a year from now? How much money do you feel you've missed out because of that? And then we're going to move into the solution phase, where you can ask about different solutions or what have they tried in the past to fix those challenges. So you can ask, what have you tried so far when it comes to fixing these problems? Have you worked with someone to help you resolve this? And then we're going to move into the conversion phase. How do we turn the conversation from their world into what we offer? We're going to use what I call pre-pitch statements. So you can say, okay, so sounds like all these things that you're dealing with are right up my alley. Or I'm helping a lot of people with what you're facing right now. Or this is what we do in our company at the highest level. And then you will ask the question, would you like help so you can get to heaven state? This gives us permission to pitch. We're not shoving our services or products down the prospect's throat, but instead we're offering our help. If you do all these things the right way, then you can present your solution. You have two options. You can either book a call with a prospect, but now you know that they're very qualified and possibly ready to buy right after you present, or you can extend an invitation in a Google Doc. That's what I've done for over 10 million in sales. We're going to cover exactly what to put in an invitation like that, but let me give you the basic framework. You're going to walk your prospect in the Google Doc through 10 points. Number one, what's happening, your actual invitation. So you expand on the details of your offer, how many people you're going to be working with, and what the benefits are. Right under, you're going to make a unique promise that specifically solves their pain points. Number three, you're going to have 3 proof statements, case studies of people just like them that you've helped in the past. Number 4, you're going to talk about what's been stopping your prospect from getting results in the past. Number 5, you're going to talk about what's been missing and what's the new opportunity they need to step into to take action. Number 6 is you walk them through your specific plan. What are the actual deliverables so you can get them from hell to heaven? Number 7 is you're going to introduce urgency, why they should do it now. Number 8, you're going to unpack your investment and their cost of inaction. What happens if they don't take action now? What are they missing out? Number 9 is you're going to prevent objections by having a Q&A. So you're gonna take the typical objections that you're getting and you're gonna form them into a Q&A. For example, a question might be, how do I know if this is gonna work for me? Right below that, you're gonna answer that objection in text in that Google Doc. And the final step, number 10, is the commitment and the next steps. So you'll say, the next step to work with us is please reply back with I'm in, and I'll send you the link to get started. Now, let's dig into an actual live conversation to see how the process exactly works. So as you can see in the conversation here, we're doing the usual opener. So we ask the prospect, hey Wendy, grateful for the follow. Are you here for the vids or are you looking to grow your business? And the prospect starts opening up. I have a service business, and she talks about different things. We're acknowledging what the prospect says. Love that. Tell me a bit about the service business. What revenue stage are you in? See if I can help. So as you can see, I'm introducing a mini hook here to show her that this is not a friendly conversation, but I'm actually seeing if I can help her journey. We have the prospect replying, and she says that her revenue is about 6K a month. She's looking to get to 30K a month by the end of the year. Again, I want to make them feel heard and understood. And that's why I introduce these mini phrases to make her feel heard. So makes sense. Working on productizing, let's shoot for at least 30K a month. How much do you charge right now? So what I'm doing is I want to stretch her goal a bit, and in some cases what I could have done is I could have told her, let's shoot for 50K a month. Stretch your potential a little bit, because what I want to happen is, other than encouraging her, I want to make that gap a little bit bigger between where she is, 6K a month, and 50K a month. So that's what, a 44,000 gap. So if my product or service costs 10,000 a month, do you feel she'll be more encouraged to invest if she knew that she is going to get to 50K a month? Probably. Then I'm going to ask a situation question to show her that I'm trying to understand her business more. We have a typical follow-up, and then we have a pain point open up, that she's only doing custom work. Her services are not productized at all. Now she's looking to do that. Again, I'm acknowledging what she says. Systemize and productize will set you free. Why am I saying that here? Because I want to show her that I am the authority in the conversation, I've been where she wants to be, and I'm future pacing that once she does those things, she will be free from the strains of her business. I'm going to continue by tapping into another common pain point towards how is she getting clients right now. And what do you know? We unpacked another pain point. I'm not doing a great job at it. So again, I'm acknowledging and I'm throwing in a solution question. Now, why am I throwing in a solution question so early? Because she's in an early stage in her business. Now I want to see what's her mindset around investing and get an understanding around, does she have a coach right now or is she open to coaching? So we discover that she is working with a business coach, but she's working more around her mindset. So I can move forward in the conversation. So what am I doing here? I'm using this phrase, love that you're investing in yourself. Why do I say that? What gets rewarded gets repeated when it comes to the behaviors of humans. So I want to reward her behavior so she can invest further with me. I'm also telling her, hey, I work with 5 coaches at a time to maximize outcomes, to show her that we're on the same side here. I work with 5 different coaches at a time, so it wouldn't be irregular for you to work with 2 business coaches at a time. I'm extending the invitation for this conversation. It's a bit early, but I'm doing that because I want to gauge her interest because she already has a business coach. So I'm extending the offer at some point, and if I'm able to give feedback to myself is I could have gone deeper when it comes to the pain. I know deeply that avatar, and I've done this hundreds of times by now. I know exactly what her objections will be, and I will get ahead of them during objection handling. I'll show you how we do it. So I'm extending the offer, and she's giving us an objection here. I don't have a commitment problem, but I worry that my offer isn't big enough to scale my business. She's asking a buying question. So if I buy in for 2 months, can I do an upsell later to the 6 months? Now, if I just blindly reply to that question, is she going to buy? She's not, because right before that, she gave me an objection. So what I should do instead is I need to eject some certainty. So this is what I say. This is what we'll fix. I have the blueprint on the inside. We'll fix your offer. You won't have to work harder. You'll get to 30K a month with 1, and we'll grow from there. Then I'm going to reply to her buying question. So if you're ready to get started, I'll let you start with a 2-month, and then I'll let you pay the difference to continue. So I'm modifying the offer a little bit to get her to buy. Sounds fair? I want to generate my income. I sent her the link to buy, but as you'll see, she's not going to, because her fear and uncertainty picked right now. So what is she telling us? I've made the decision to wait. I realize that my problem isn't knowledge or education, it's execution or lack of execution. I have to commit to myself, and I'm working so I can begin to execute for the next 45 days. Essentially, she's giving us a sort of think about it objection. It's a smokescreen objection. We can't just ask, oh, what do you want to think about? Or what makes you postpone? Because that will trigger sales resistance and she'll disappear. So instead, I want to open her up to a different perspective. So I'm asking her, open to a different perspective here. Sure. Stalling is a form of self-sabotage, typically because we make decisions as the person we are today. She's validating what I said, for fucking sure. The mindset you have got us exactly to where we are, feeling a bit stuck. It's not until we start making decisions as the person we want to become that we get to where we want to go. So the question is, what would Wendy 10.0 do with decisions like this? Would she choose the do-it-alone path? Or would she put herself in the best possible position to succeed? So this is 100% fear objection handling. I want to get her to think as the person she wants to become and acting as that person instead of the person that she is today that's feeling stuck and self-sabotages. And she's 100% aligned with what we're telling her. I know that I'm the only thing holding me back. I also know that even when I have the right tools, the version of me that I am today avoids taking the scary action. Can you see how she folded over right away and she opened up because we identified the right objection? So I'm not doing the hard close here just because she acknowledged. We're not ready for that yet. So again, I am nurturing her now. Part of the process, not pointing fingers, it's a choice. You choose to allow the fear to keep you frozen exactly where you are or take action because of it. Because you know that's the only way to grow out of your comfort zone. Trust yourself and know that I have your back. I am injecting certainty at this point because we have an uncertain person that starts to step into her future self. So I'm injecting more certainty. I don't let my people fail on the inside. All I'm asking is step in and I'll poke you with a velvet stick to get it done. She's asking a question, kind of redirecting the question out of fear, and I'm bringing her back in. Accountability. It's built in with many aspects of the program. First are the 5 daily non-negotiables. These alone will transform you as a person. She's very close. I want to say yes and I want to succeed. Can you see? Now let's take a pause. Can you see how if I tried to hard close her, she would have run away? That's how I'm constantly reframing her mindset until she says yes. And now her emotional brain is now sold. We need the logical brain to buy in as well. That's how I'll move from emotion into numbers to justify her decision. So this is what I'm telling her. look at it from another angle. You're at 6K, you're charged 10K per project, so one client gets you 4 or 5 times ROI on the program. And now I'm going to ask a no framed question. I'm not going to ask her, hey, do you want to buy? Because we always have resistance to saying yes to things. Instead, I want to ask her, is it a crazy idea to think you'll land one project in 2 months? So I'm downplaying the results that she'll get here, so I can get an easy buy-in from her, while at the same time I'm showing her that you'll get crazy ROI. Is this working? Yes. She says, no, not at all. I could easily land 2 or 3. She tells herself that she will easily get ROI. So now I can move in and ask her, should we do this then so we can start building? And she says yes. I'm going to boldly say yes and move through the fear to an empowered belief that you have the tools to help me and I need those business tools. I'm validating, respect, lean in, I got your back, and I still did 2 months, and she bought. Now you know exactly what a DM sale looks like, but the reality is you're going to run into objections just like I did. So if you want to know my step-by-step process on how to overcome objections, check out the video right here where I show you how to handle any objection thrown your way. I'll see you over there.